Halifax. It's a much changed side with James Woodburn-Hall at full back, James Saltonstall and Conor McGrath on the wings. Conor McGrath's last appearance, of course, against Sheffield, a hat-trick in Wakefield. Ben Heaton and Steve Tyrer will be relied upon to carry this team around a bit, as will Bess Johnson, who partners Adam Brook at half-back, Elliot Morris, Dan Fleming the props, Ben Kay is the hooker, Will Colcott, Chester Butler in the second row, Ed Barber at loose forward, Brandon Douglas, Sean Jones, Brandon Moore and Connor Davis on the bench for Halifax. Kick off, get this game underway. Ball being running back by Daniel Bridge, stopped on the 20. Jack Spencer has the ball up, spent the season with Halifax. And out of dummy half, Matthew Wilkinson is there again to play it quickly. Halifax is moving up very quickly in the shape of Elliot Morris to make the tackle. 5 metres inside the Rochdale half and forcing kick out of hand down towards Woodburn-Hall, who takes it right in the corner next to the flag. A lot of work to do to bring it back. A good chase by Oldham and Woodburn-Hall tackled 10 metres out from the Halifax line. There's still Halifax players coming back into the defensive line as Conor McGrath runs it up. And vocal support from Oldham travelling supporters. Away to the left hand side, nothing for Halifax to shout about yet, but Ben Kay just there, charge forward. The world are good up to the 40 metre line, stopped by 3, 2 of whom are Adam Neal and Liam Bent, and that is a huge kick down behind the defence, forcing the winger back. He's lost it behind him, and so Joe Martin will have to pick it up and try and bring it away, be the first defender. Brought down 12 metres out. Halifax slow to react to that run from Dave Eccleston. Takes it out of the Oldham red zone. Daniel Bridge shouts her forward as Jack Spencer takes it over the 40 metre line. Oldham will get the first penalty. The referee shrill blow the whistle. The hand in with the ball, and Paul Crook, very experienced Paul Crook, who came from Rochdale via Whitehaven, club record scorer at Rochdale with 1,499 points. That suggests a record probably that will stand for some time at Scotland, or the Crown Oil Arena as it is now. Hewitt, former Sheffield player, and the ball is out, and that's a strong run from Reid, almost running over the first defender. First chance for Oldham. Benjamin West throws away a loose pass, and it's almost lost, only just made secure into the hands of Paul Crook as Liam Bent takes it to within 22 metres of the Halifax line, and Wilkinson goes from acting half, and Wilkinson cutting through the defence, gets the pass away, but it's intercepted, timely interception by the Halifax defence when Wilkinson looked as though he created an opportunity for his side to take the first points, and the referee blows for a second penalty, which Halifax will be relieved to hear the whistle. Adam Brook puts the ball into touch, played in number 25. There's former Siddle amateur who spent some time in the Bradford youth set-up. John Fleming also spent some time at Hodsall. Then Barber takes it over halfway, and another penalty to Halifax, helping their cause as they edge towards that Oldham line from just inside halfway. Adam Brook will probably looking for a bit more distance this time. Well, he's got it, but not by much. 12-13 metres onto that far touch line. And Tyra gets it inside. Elliot Morris drives it up off a short pass from Johnston. Benkei to acting half, out to Brook, who brings Ed Barber on an arcing run back through the middle. Just knocked off his stride by Liam Bent, and then some reinforcements including Jack Spencer there to help him. Johnson will threaten to pass long, left it short, but the Oldham defence waiting for Colcott, the ball carrier. Johnson drops the shoulder himself this time and tries to go through. Benkei gets the pass away, and Morris will drive it towards the line, but he's held up by the Oldham defence. Last tackle, Saltonstall screaming for it on this side. Well, it's a knock on. Halifax had a 4-2 on this near side, but couldn't get the ball out and deliver it safely. Instead, knocking on under the post, letting Oldham off the hook. And a turnover on the 10-metre line. Wilkinson moves into acting half. Tackle made by 3 just inside the Oldham red zone. Eccleston coming in off the wing, looking for a bit of work, looking to help out his forwards. Wilkinson finds a short ball to Liam Bent. Bent stops centre field. Wilkinson goes the same way again. Spencer, good hands, and Daniel Bridge runs into tackles and gets the ball away. Oldham keeping it alive through the hands of Adam Neal. 5 metres from halfway, good progress being made by Oldham. Back to Crook for a crossfield kick, looking for space between Saltonstall and Woodburn Hall, and Saltonstall is going to be under pressure. Manages to get back to his feet, and Oldham will try and force him back over the line. It's a good chase, not a lot that Saltonstall could do. Conditions were fairly dry, not too cold this evening, 6-7 degrees, big improvement on the weekend. Actually a big improvement to take the ball out of their own red zone here. Conor McGrath takes it 15 metres away from the Halifax line. Richard Mass already warming up his replacements on the judges. Johnston gets caught just shy of the 30-metre line on the last tackle. It'll go back to Adam Brook with a big boomer downfield. Finds the 20-metre line. Eccleston, Joe Martin dropped back to take it rather. And Joe Martin being driven back. Good pressure from Halifax. Perhaps trying to force the error at the same time. Hewitt gives it inside. Oldham assisting to try and bust a hole through the middle. Benkei and Elliot Morris are the tacklers. The tackles still lining up to take the Oldham down, but they're over the 40-metre line. Wilkinson gets the short ball away, but it's forward to Adam Neal. But the referee has decided there's an infringement from Halifax for not standing square and gives Oldham a second penalty. Taking the opportunity of a goal. William Bent will take it off Wilkinson, and we tackle 15 metres out. Dewsbury and Swinton already lost to low league opposition this weekend. The London Broncos almost went out, only winning by 2 points in Workington. It's nervous times for Halifax defending on the goal line. Crook looking for runners and bringing in Matthew Reid. Well, not pushing away the defenders this time, but taking the ball nearer the line. Wilkinson gets it away to Crook, and the opportunities, and it opens up for the Oldham defence. Well, it won't be a massive shock, I don't think, that Oldham have taken the lead. A very lightweight side with Richard Marshall keeping his heavyweight pack fresh for Saturday's trip to Toulouse. Still pulling Swans in defence. Poor response from Halifax in defence to Langtry's run at the line. But I think they were holding off Wilkinson, expecting him to go on his own, but instead passed to Langtry. The defence had been drawn in big to create long enough to create a big enough gap for Langtry to go through. And so Oldham's first point. Halifax 0, Oldham 4. Crook to increase the lead to 6-0. No problem for Paul Crook as he stretches that lead to 6-0. And suddenly there appears to be a few more of Oldham supporters in the ground than there were just at the left hand side. Tyra's kick high in the air. Hewitt underneath, it gives it inside. And Oldham will begin the task of taking the ball out of the red zone again. Wilkinson pass away to Bridge. And he's stopped by Morris, Olcott and Fleming. The ball almost dropped there by Liam Bent as he stretched out for that pass. Halifax a little more urgency in defence, but need to be careful not to incur the wrath of the referee's whistle as they step forward quickly in an effort to put the pressure on the Oldham defence. Bridge almost bouncing away from the Halifax defenders there. Adam Brook puts him down. It's back to Hewitt for the kick, and Hewitt finds a perfect kick down the touchline, which will put Halifax back to scrum down on their own 10-metre line. We'll have to see the players. There's still a lot of experience in this Halifax side. Players in the Oldham side spent any significant time in Super League clubs, although they spent time in Super League setups in the juniors. Benkei tries to take it away. Referee pulling the Oldham defence back a long way. That'll be a penalty. Jack Spencer laying on too long at the play of the ball. It's a penalty for Halifax. It's quite a distance away from the Oldham try line, still in their own half. But anything that Halifax can have to get them towards the Oldham line, that won't help too much. He's only got about 9 metres. Olcott with the first drive. Fleming with the second. Brook bringing in Woodburn, who pushes away from 2 players. Wilkinson eventually dragging Woodburn Hall down with some assistance on halfway. And Oldham slow to get to the feet again as Tyra tries to find a way around the outside, unsuccessfully. All Halifax are just back in the Oldham half of the field. Johnson gives it to Fleming. Fleming complaining about being laid on. Johnson scrapping for the ball. It's still on the floor. There's 6 more for Halifax. Johnson So-called calling for the keeper on the first tackle. Perhaps not really worth it, knowing that Halifax have got tackles in the bag. Adam Brook to Woodburn Hall, out to Ben Heaton, spins away from one, then almost runs back into Dave Hewitt before offloading, and then goes for the supporters Ben Heaton and almost gets back on the return path to force his way over, and that'll be a penalty to Halifax. Oldham favouring the wrestling technique there, not letting Ben Heaton get up to play the ball. Ed Barber trying to find a way through. Adam Neal came out of the line fast but didn't connect. Ed Barber got all the way to the line and over, but the referee had already blown the whistle and tells Ed Barber to go back 5 metres and play the ball. Ben Kay to Ben Johnson. Johnson throws the dummy and then tries to find a way in and out and underneath of the Oldham defence, who will move up very quickly on the right hand side as Johnson moved that way. Now Halifax come to their right, and then the ball goes to the ground, and Halifax blown an opportunity with back-to-back sets and the ability to put pressure on, but unfortunately didn't have the ability and the composure to keep hold of the ball. It says Halifax 0, Oldham 6. And 15.5 minutes gone. Certainly not going to be a rousing cup tie, that is for sure. Under the lights at the Shea. First time in a while Jack Spencer leaves the field. He's going to be replaced by Craig Briscoe. Briscoe from formerly with Liam Barrow. Bent tackle. Danny Bridge standing out wide in the centre position. We were already indicating he may go that way, but Wilkinson has gone to the short side inside, and it's a knock on. A bit of a forced pass from Langtree, trying to create the gap.
Substitution for Oldham, replacing number 13 Jack Spencer, number 11 Craig Briscoe.
Scott Naylor making a change around the 17-minute mark. Stall coming to reach above his head for that one. All the defensive turn looked like they were reaching for his head as well. Adam Brook from acting half. Adam Neal initially in the way, and Bent and Wilkinson finishing him off. Morris is over halfway. Morris has lost the ball. And it's for Oldham to cheer about again. Knock on from Elliot Morris, another error. It's creeping up for Halifax. Marshall's had his subs up and down the touchline, but no changes yet from the Halifax coach. I'm watching intently to see how the younger players from the reserve side stand up to Oldham this evening. Holcott with a tackle. Back in Halifax 40, looking to build on that 6-0 lead. Langtree takes the ball forward. Wilkinson gets it to Hewitt, and Hewitt gets the pass away, shouts for forward to Danny Bridge. And Bridge eventually stopped 12 metres out and wriggling and twisting on the ground, playing for the penalty. Hewitt kicks behind the defence, or tries to, with a Tyler Halifax foot out and in the way. There's Elliot Morris who managed to stop that one. Halifax looking for quick play the balls, and Oldham were up very quickly there. Halifax supporters questioning the 10 metres and shouting for the offside. Conor McGrath takes it up and goes from acting half as Ben Kay moves in for the quick play, which doesn't arrive. Ben Heaton launched himself into the tackle. Liam Bent moving his worth in defence, and Adam Brook again with a kick, but only finding the arms of Eccleston. And Eccleston put down eventually through a combination of 3 Halifax defenders. Halifax looked to be drawn into the middle. Fortunately for them, Oldham weren't spread out enough, far enough to move the ball. Oldham charging it forward. It's dropped down loosely. That's going to be a knock-on. Surely a knock-on. That's going to be a knock-on somewhere. There's probably picked anyone from 3 there. From the initial drop ball and offload, loose offload, which went forward, then off Wilkinson and then off another Oldham player. Tyra looking for a way around the outside, gets it to Conor McGrath, who has to come back inside. Oldham tried to drag him towards the touchline, but it's too far away. Johnson with a step, and then it's absolutely hammered by 3 Oldham defenders just short of halfway. Brandon Douglas on for Halifax, as is Sean Jones as well. That's a much better kick. It's put Halifax in a better position. Look for the first points, trailing 6 points to 0. Just over the halfway mark in the first half. Ben Kane, Sean Jones. We're finding a different proposition with Sean Jones, who's signed a 2-year extension to his contract this week. Woodburn kicks into the corner. Conor McGrath is there quickly, but so is the Oldham defence. Put the ball down and touch it in goal, and it'll be a drop out under the post. Opportunity again for Halifax to put back-to-back pressure on this Oldham line as Sean Jones takes it up again. 3 out to meet him this time. Ben Kane to act in half. Looks at Adam Brook and then gives it to Ed Barber, who takes on the Oldham defence and carries the ball up to the Oldham 20-metre line. Ben Kane acting half again. Oldham very quickly out of the blocks. Brook to Johnson. Johnson goes on his own. Split the defence. Literally show pace against Lee a week last Sunday, and that's a splendid win. But not unable to fool the Oldham defence on that occasion. Here come Halifax, Ben Heaton again. Brought down short. Halifax looking for the quick play on the short side. Have to be wary of the counter attack, but plenty of numbers around the ball retriever. And almost a fumble there as Halifax charge in. Brandon Douglas hitting the carrier hard, and again Brandon Douglas round the legs. Slowing down and limiting the progress of this Oldham side, who are almost up to the 30-metre line now. Halifax closing up the gap down the middle. Stopping Langtree going through. Woodburn with no pressure almost drops the ball and then carries it back to the 40-metre line. Conor McGrath in off the wing. Charging the ball up to halfway into the waiting Oldham forwards. Saltonstall going off the other wing and doing the same, making another 8 to 9 metres. Ben Johnson out to Woodburn Hall. Saw that Tyler was marked and took the tackle, and eventually it falls 3 metres inside the Oldham half. Johnson gives it to Brandon Douglas. Douglas finding difficult getting through this Oldham defence. Johnson will kick down for Joe Martin to run it back, but Martin won't want any of that. Let's let the ball run over the touchline. And Oldham will have this room on their 10 metre line. Play. The water being carried on and medical staff on the field attending both teams. Play continues, and after the lull, some took place very quickly there. Ball fired out. Eccleston in off the wing again. Oldham. Support from Luke Nelms there, went without the ball. He's gone with it this time, and the rousing reception gets the ball away. There's a 3-on-2. Well, there's still a 3-on-2, but the ball has been put to ground by Matthew Reid. Referee has said play on. It surely went forward off Reid's hands. Well, they give it for going backwards now. Douglas, it's Nelms, gets the offload away again. Hewitt to Crook. And Crook kicks it deep down into Halifax territory. Woodburn Hall rather, picks it up a metre from his try line. Stopped by 4 Oldham defenders. Tyrant trying to make ground forward over the 20. Ben Kay goes from acting half, pushed away from the first tackler, but just too many numbers around him for making any real progress. Saltonstall looks to do the same, gets to within 2 metres of halfway. Sean Jones pumping the legs, gets over the 40, but Halifax still a long way from the potential first score. Adam Brook tries to put pressure on the defence. Well, West came up with it. Ben Heat almost stole it. Ben West doing well under pressure. Halifax continuing to put the pressure on in defence, with Sean Jones make a good tackle at acting half. And he's there again. It's Halifax trying to keep Oldham as close to their own red zone as they can. It looked like a big gap was opening up there. Halifax closed it up. And then are penalised. Standing square. So Oldham with ball back in the Halifax half. Halifax again failed to create any meaningful opportunity near that Oldham line. Still trailing 6-0. Work to do to keep at bay this Oldham attack now. Crooks, that looked like he had to reach forward for that one. Nelms absolutely hammered by Brandon Douglas eventually needed some assistance, got it from Barber and Chester Butler. The ball comes loose. Really not a no call from the touch judge. It's a second try for Oldham. And Adam Neal was in there juggling the ball out and getting it away. Oldham go into a 10-point lead courtesy of Benjamin West going over from the offload of Adam Neal. Halifax 0, Oldham 10. And Crook left with a difficult kick on the touchline. Ben Kay is replaced by Brandon Moore, while Paul Crook inches in from the touchline. Well, the one from the other side wasn't easy from the first try. In Crook's favour is he's a right-footed kicker. The left-hand side of the upright. Somebody who's kicked 1,499 points in Rochdale colours is going to be scored 1,499. Is going to be somewhere close, but not that close. And it drifts to the left-hand side of the upright. Says Halifax 0. Oldham 10.
Use the ball! Stop trying to run through them! Let's see some rugby, Richard! I'll go pretty round them instead of through them.
Tyler to restart again with 11 minutes of the first half left. High ball's taken by Hewitt, gives inside to Nelms. Again, he's marked very closely by the Halifax defence, looking for a big game against the club he walked away from. And certainly a big lad is Nelms, plenty of weight about him. Joe Martin. Halifax defence watching. Martin gets up towards the 40-metre line. Danny Rasool to halfway. And a kick from Hewitt, looking for the touchline again. And Woodburn Hall will let it go over the touchline, didn't fancy it, awkward bouncing low down. And Halifax find themselves scrumming back on their own 10-metre line. Not for the first time in this first half. Still, Halifax look for first points as Sean Jones takes it away. Eventually bundled to the ground by the Oldham defence. Halifax with Salson Saul trying to bust their way through the middle of this Oldham defence. Tyra. Still there are 3 defenders there for Oldham. Johnson off to Ed Barber, who gets through the first tackle and then offloads. Johnson is there to pick it up for Halifax, gets under Luke Nelms' swimming arm. Johnson gets under another one, he's off towards that Oldham try line and he's ducked again and almost got away from the try scorer Ben West, who's held him down but got away with it. Adam Brook to Ed Barber. Barber with a poor kick, picked up by Joe Martin. Not the option the Halifax supporters wanted to see, that was for sure. Jack Spencer is back on for Oldham. Well, Halifax continue to try and keep Oldham in their own quarter. Spencer takes it to the 20-metre line, gets up, plays it just over at marking Brandon Moore, who's one of the tackles. Here goes Nelms again, turns and offloads in the tackle, ball out wide, and Eccleston's a speedster, but he's not got the room as Halifax fan across the field and close down the options. Kick from Crook, it's deep and long and holding up, and Woodburn Hall will have to pick it up and run it back for Halifax. A good kick return from Woodburn Hall back to the 20-metre line. Saltercell goes from acting half, and that'll be a penalty to Halifax for the offside. Fifth Halifax penalty. Quick play the ball, catching the until the Oldham forwards, who may be blowing a little bit now. 10-0 lead, still giving them a little bit of a momentum as Ben Heaton taps the ball, looks inside and then sets off to the Oldham defence. Brandon Moore, not the best of passes to Adam Brook, but he managed to take it, and Douglas put down by 2 on the Oldham 30-metre line. Johnson, ball back to Tyra, who cuts inside into Luke Nelms, one of the trio of Oldham defenders. Brandon Moore gets it to Ed Barber, and Ed Barber steps out of the first tackle, steps out of the second, gets a one-handed pass away, and Ben Heaton picks it up, steps inside 1, steps inside 2, then throws the pass away. Halifax gets 6 more. Ed Barber might get another go, puts the ball back inside, but the first offence will go against Oldham, and it'll be a Halifax head and feed at the scrum. The best Halifax had done so far, and it looked like Ben Heaton had almost scored there till he stepped off his right hand foot and went back towards the post. And taking up some time on the clock with 6 minutes and 5 seconds showing. The referee stopped it while medical attention and water given to the players of both sides are taking water on. Ben Heaton receiving attention. The thumbs up from the medic. Goes back into the scrum. And Halifax, with 6 tackles in the bag, have thrown out a crazy pass which missed Johnson, and Will Colcott was unable to take. Well, that may be possibly the last chance Halifax will have in this first half with 6 tackles, unless they can do something about it to turn it round, but that mistake again just serves to build Oldham's momentum up again as they come back fairly quickly. Quick play the ball, looking for their own addition to their score before half time. Spencer taking down 5 metres inside the Halifax half. Nelms drives it forward, perhaps running out of a little bit of steam there, able to turn around, not get the pass away, but didn't run with as much conviction as last time, and complaining to the referee. And the tactic to put Halifax back down by their own line. Well, there was no need of a scrum because Woodburn Hall took the ball as it went nowhere near the touchline, but the smothering defence from Oldham, Conor McGrath has to take it up and help out the forwards. Halifax relying on the backs again with Saltonstall. He finds his path blocked by the Oldham defence. Another penalty. Luke Nelms this time. Being penalised. Calling out Captain Paul Crook, referee, I think, just telling him to keep an eye on slowing down the play of the ball. Oldham have done that with some success in this first half. It's a better kick from Adam Brook as it finds touch inside the Oldham half of the field. Saltonstall takes it to the defence, and could have been a penalty there from a flop from Bridge. Douglas putting the shoulder down, knocking the first tackler away. Wants to get up and play it quickly, and again lighted by that Oldham's insistence on slowing down the play of the ball. Halifax get to the 20-metre line with 3 minutes 40 seconds to go, still without a point. Brandon Moore straightens up, takes the ball towards the Oldham line. Halifax 8 metres away. Adam Brook moves into acting half. It's a pass away to Johnson. Johnson chips through, and that came off an Oldham player, but bounced in the direction of the Oldham defence. So they'll scoop it up 3 metres away from their own line. And another poor end to a set for Halifax. To give possession over a little bit too easily. Now trying to defend for all the worth with Chesterfield flying in, but Halifax has penalised this time. Well, defence a little too over enthusiastic for Halifax. Oldham are allowed to put the ball into touch, clear the ball out of the red zone. Metres inside the Oldham half. Spencer eventually falls. Intervention of Brandon Moore. Halifax being pushed back. There's some strong running. Spencer to Hewitt. Hewitt gets the ball away to Zach McCool. That's Bridge, who's almost forced into touch. Matthew Reid brought down on the 20-metre line. Last tackle, and Hewitt will drill the ball into touch. And a chance here perhaps for Halifax as Barber chips it up. Ben Heat will pick it up. Well, he's given out, he's given an offside. Can't give it an offside, he's behind him when he kicked the ball. Benny was offside from Ed Barber's kick. Well, I don't think they'll be turning down the 2 points this time. Richard Marshall, Simon Ricks and Scott Morrell, two assistant coaches, making their way down to the side of the field. Halifax will be a bit hard done by that. Crook from 28 metres out, 10 metres to the left hand side of the upright, looks to make it 12-0. Looks like he's hit it sweetly from here, and he has.
Penalty goal for Oldham. 6 Oldham. Victory scores Halifax 9, Oldham 12.
A minute and 20 seconds on the clock. And a penalty this time. Oldham taking the 2. Well within Crook's range. Paul Crook obliging. Tyra restarts. Long kick. Almost a mix up there between Nels and Hewitt. And Douglas gets up at the second attempt and assists Butler and Jones in putting Hewitt down. Same 3 again in the tackle and eventually putting the man down. And there's Bridge. Oldham edging away from their own line, 19 seconds to go. We'll finish the half with ball in hand. Sticking up the jumper and going to the sheds at half time at 12-0. Spencer takes it over halfway, takes it almost up to the 40. Strong run. The hooter sounds. They'll play the ball. Ed Barber getting a little frustrated. Halifax struggling to find that break through the Oldham defence to bring any points. Ben Heaton going the nearest. Halifax's ploy so far failing, and Oldham will play together a lot longer than this Halifax team, and it shows as well with the 5 ex-Halifax players in, or 5 players that have played for Halifax. And Oldham are pumped and taking this Challenge Cup game at half-time, keeping Halifax scoreless. Well, 2 tries from Langtree and West, a conversion from Crook and a penalty from Crook. That's Oldham into the dressing sheds at half-time, leading Halifax 0, Oldham 12. It's Halifax that are out of touch and out of sorts at the moment. 40 minutes to go in this round 4 Challenge Cup. Halifax failing to find a punch to get through that Oldham defence in the first half. 40 minutes to try in the second. 2 players looking most likely. Brandon Douglas, who just won Halifax a penalty, and Sean Jones. Well, the start Halifax needed. And the kick off without little effort, they find themselves already back at the halfway line. Much work to be done against an Oldham side. Oh, another penalty. Much work to be done against an Oldham side who well, Paul Crook's been spoken to again by the referee. Obviously the referee's patience running a little bit thin with the play the ball tactics of the Oldham side. Halifax, oh, that wasn't the best of passes. Sean Jones also got a dipping pass, which when he didn't get really enough speed up to make any impact on the Oldham defence, but he's got to the 20-metre line. Adam Brook gets the ball away. Chester Butler looking for a way through. Terrific run by Butler, brought down 2 metres away from the Oldham line. Well, again, problems for Halifax playing the ball. Ben Heaton has to go on his own, the speed at which Oldham came out of the defensive line. Well, they're just flying all over the place at Oldham. They're not making any attempt whatsoever. And 3 penalties from the kick-off. Halifax should be looking to make them pay for this, and Sean Jones almost doing so. Well, they're struggling to put him down, but Sean Jones stays on his feet. Can Halifax find the opening early in the second half? But Ben Johnson finds the ball bouncing off his hands and going forward. Another big error from Ben Johnson. Wasn't the best of passes in the first half that went towards him. Halifax a little overexcited at the potential opportunity of first point. Spilling up the ball again, letting Oldham off the hook. And 3 penalties from the kick-off. Halifax really should have come back with something. And all they've come back with is empty hands again. Driving the ball forward. Going down 3 metres from the Oldham 40. Spencer shows and goes, and he takes it 3 metres from halfway. And this time it's an Oldham penalty. And now it's Oldham that have been piggybacked into Halifax territory. It's difficult to see where Halifax points, if any, are actually going to come from as Nelms drives Oldham towards that Halifax try line. Hewitt, the long-sightedness, but the short pass doesn't fool the Halifax defence, who are now defending on their own try line. And a dart from acting half ends abruptly a metre away. Could be caught again from acting half, but Halifax managing to hold up the Oldham player with the ball close to the line. Last tackle signalled by the referee. Will Halifax be caught again by the play from dummy half? Well, they won't. It'll be Hewitt kicking behind the defence. It's come off Halifax hands, and Oldham are going to get 6 more tackles because the ball has been pushed back into their hands from inside the Halifax in-goal area. And then Oldham get a second penalty. Well, this is going to be another 2 points to Crook, surely. 12 points to 0. Not going to turn down an opportunity from in front of the post to make this the lead 14. Meaning Halifax need to score 3 times. They've struggled for 40 minutes to carve out one opening. Connor Davis is about to come on for Halifax, one of the Welsh twins signed in the off-season with his brother Curtis. Crook obliges from bang in front of the uprights. Halifax 0, Salford 14. Tyra goes for the shorter kick, that could be bouncing anywhere, and Halifax, have they managed to come up with it? No, Oldham regained it. I think Ben Heath got a touch on it. Halifax really need to step it up now. 14-0 down. Oldham will be happy to keep possession. Wouldn't be surprised if it's 5 drives and a kick. Nelms taking that one up around the face area. And Halifax defence could move in pretty quickly. Halifax almost caught from acting half. There's no advantage. Referee will blow for another penalty. The swinging arm. See if there's any advantage coming to Joe Martin, but for all his running, just finished up 5 metres further inside field without any further forward. Oldham started thinking about drop goals even now, just to get possession back from the kick-off. Crook pass out to McComb. Crook to Spencer, Spencer to Hewitt, Hewitt brings Nelms on the inside. Well, the winning runner is Nelms, gets his arm free but can't get the pass away. Halifax being pushed back towards defending on their own line again. Oldham still with tackles in the bag. Here they come again. Well, they won't have now because the ball's been put down and well, it's been missed by Barber. Another Halifax player as well, but it'll go back for the first knock on because there's no advantage. But again, Halifax find themselves coming down on their own 10-metre line. Letting it go a long way. Well, it'll be made easier by another penalty. Second half, 9 minutes old and 7 penalties already in the second half. Tyra will take the ball up to the Oldham defence, to the almost to the 40-metre line, and Oldham stopping the quick play of the ball. Brandon Moore was surely caught from an offside position, but still going inside. Referee lets play go on. Well, we're watching him on the Crook who came yards offside there. Ben Johnson got taken after the ball had gone. Brandon Douglas going from a standing start. Ben Johnson back and tried to run off the injury that's causing him to limp. Davis, short ball away to Jones. Jones 10 metres out at Halifax, down to the last tackle. Adam Brook gets it away. Strong urging the surge, but Halifax still unable to get over that Oldham line. Oldham faithful making away to the far side, right hand side of the east stand to our right and making a bit of a racket. I'm not sure that the team they're supporting will hear them that far away. That's tremendous effort, almost carrying the man back towards the line. Sean Jones doing a bit more of that. Halifax are certainly trying to do it as Oldham get to the 10-metre line. Donald Davis is pulled to his feet by a teammate. Oldham 18 metres out from their own line. Nelms on the white charger again, but no offload, no risky offload from Nelms. Halifax has done a terrific job of tackling there. Oldham only getting to the 22-metre line, and Saltonstall looks to take it back, gives it to Woodburn-Hall, and Woodburn-Hall's marked, and well, as he won't go down, Woodburn-Hall wrestling tactics again from well, surely that's offside. Referee turning a blind eye, and Halifax unable to play, being stifled at the way that Oldham are stepping off the line very quickly. Ben Johnson gives it to Sean Jones, and Sean Jones again charging the ball up to the Oldham defensive line. But further away this time, and now there's a penalty. Well, struck out 3 times now. Surely there must be a yellow card in the offing somewhere.
Oh, it's holding down. Get him.
Well, it's in a running report indicates a referee. 9 penalties in 12 minutes in this second half. Brandon Moore to Connor Davies. Pushing the first attempted tackle away from Kenny Hughes. Brandon Moore, short ball to Dan Fleming. And a forward pass by Halifax after a promising looking run by Fleming. Well, Halifax appear to be edging a little bit closer, but not close enough again.
The shade stadium is a community stadium. Rather than abuse of language will not be tolerated.
The scrum will form on the 10-metre line, but this time it's Oldham who will get the head and feed. And Halifax will be looking for another massive effort in defence. Looks like the last one, but not going to happen at the moment. Luke Nelms off the field. Liam Bent and Adam Neal going back on. Danny Russell also leaving the field for Oldham. 13 minutes gone. Halifax back in their own half, defending. Last tackle. So Hewitt gets the ball. It's a five drives and a kick, pushing Halifax back into their own quarter of the field.
Not very good, Richard. Aye, buzzer. It's crap.
Well, scrum goes down eventually. Ben Heaton joined Halifax from Oldham as a fullback. Well, that as though, I'm not sure who it was, an Oldham defender way out of the line then. And there's no way the Oldham defence are back 10 metres. Tyra takes the pass and gets it back to Johnson. Johnson down the touchline, he's got no support. Gets one in the face. He's troubles, and it's referee's going for the pocket. Joe Martin with a yellow card. Paul Crook complaining. Then Johnson back on his feet, but there was no doubt it was deliberate contact with the face of Ben Johnson. Got away from him. Joe Martin perhaps a little frustrated at the ease at which Johnson had got past him. He was running out of room anyway. It was Ben Johnson. Martin got his side down to 12 men. Can Halifax capitalise? Fleming almost copied a high one there as well. Dan Fleming. 4 men to bring him down. And 2 men making no effort to get off him. Davis out to Ben Heaton. Heaton inside one. Inside another. Ben Heaton still going, takes the ball back centre field 9 metres away. Ball out wide. Woodburn Hall has to stop with Salt and Saul outside in the Oldham defence and moved out to cut out the option of the pass. Halifax are there with Ben Heaton finally getting over. And Halifax have broken their duck. Steve Tyra in an eminently kickable position. From determination from Ben Heaton, who was going down there, only just got over the line, no lack of effort. Tyra puts over the 2 that makes it Halifax 6, Oldham 14. Well, you've got to think that Joe Martin would have been somewhere near Ben Heaton then as he went through with the ball. But I'm not sure how much difference it would have made with the angle at which Ben Heaton went over the line, almost crawling by the time he got there to put the ball down. Managed to stretch the arm out. Ball comes back to the centre of the field and takes his time. Hoists the ball high in the air. Halifax have safe hands underneath it. Here comes Fleming again, driving the ball away, taking it back to the 20-metre line. Saltonstall. Well, it makes you wonder. Well, they're both part-time sides, but if what Oldham have got for the last 20 minutes, Woodburn all out to Tyra. Tyra's put the ball down with Conor McGrath outside him. Halifax slow to react, and then the ball's put down again. Woodburn Hall lies injured on the floor. Not what Halifax wanted to see, but neither did he want to see Tyra put the ball down.
Get another one in, Ben. No, we're some good sides, we're some good sides. You young sides. I was ready for 16 and those going out to that to Central Park and do it. Where you give them plenty of time. A lot more.
Mistake.
We should have done and beaten
Nervous times by Halifax coach Richard Marshall with Woodburn Hall on the floor. The doctor on as well, looks like it could be an ankle injury. Almost an opportunity there, Halifax find a little bit more around the outside of the Oldham defence than they do up the middle. Tyra could have kept that ball. Conor McGrath outside him. McGrath has some pace, we all know. Not able to show up on that occasion. 13 minutes gone. Halifax has clambered their way back into this game and then just given possession away to Oldham. Their fullbacks off the field for disciplinary reasons. Woodburn Hall leaving the field for medical reasons. Means there'll be a change out for Halifax, which means James Saltonstall will possibly go back into the number 1 position, although second position in the scrum. Will Colcott has also gone into the scrum. So Oldham attempts to respond to that Halifax try if they can. So looks to be operating at full back. Halifax need to defend, keep themselves in this game. Hewitt gets the pass away. Oldham still making yards with ease towards the Halifax line as Adam Neal takes it to within 5 metres. Now the Oldham supporters were there, the Oldham players were their supporters away to the right hand side of them. Oh, stray pass. West picks it up and manages to evade the first tackler, who was Connor Davis. Last tackle. Halifax could be caught here as Dave Hewitt kicks it out wide. Well, the look that Halifax don't get have gone to Oldham. Hewitt's football style lateral pass along the ground with a foot. Here's the Oldham side restore a 12-point lead. Matthew Reid gifted what probably the easiest try he's going to score this season. Only had to pick the ball up with nobody in opposition. Halifax players have been drawn into the middle. It looks as though at the moment, halfway through the second half, that it will be Oldham that's benefiting from the big money tie of the next round, drawing OKR at home. It's taking a lot of time, he's crook, but the clock stopped on Halifax. 20 minutes to rescue this fourth round Challenge Cup tie. A massive boot. To make the lead 14 points again. Halifax 6, Oldham 20. Gets plenty of hang time on the ball. Hewitt underneath it, gets it inside to Adam Neal, and Neal stopped 18 metres out from the Oldham line. And once again 12 men of Oldham that remain have a spring in their step, carrying the ball forward with supporting runners left and right for the ball carrier. Eccleston, the winger, goes inside, stopped by Ben Kate. Spencer takes it up, 3 tackles, and Oldham are at halfway already. That was a pass picked up off the bootlaces of Liam Bent. Last tackle. Here goes Hewitt again with a kick down into the corner. That's all that Oldham need to do. Halifax back to scrum on the 10-metre line, knowing full well now that Halifax are struggling to find somebody to break that Oldham defensive line. They're struggling to keep hold of the ball when they try to go around the outside of it. Ben Heaton will drive it out into a 3-man tackle. He puts back almost as far as he carried the ball forward. Fleming mobbed by 3. Not even any attempted offloads coming in the tackle from Halifax to try and create something. As Colcott takes it forward. Well, they look to get the hand free. The ball was ultimately clamped by the Oldham defence. Brandon Moore goes to the short side. Johnson tries a drop of the shoulder, but Oldham quickly onto him this time, tackled by Spencer. Adam Brook will kick. He'll go for a 40-20, but Ben West back to recover the ball from Oldham. And Adam Brook Took a big hand off there. Halifax down to 12 men while Brook receives treatment. Langtree, scorer of the first Oldham try, takes it back into Halifax territory. Halifax struggling to cope with the threat being posed there by McCool. Langtree running out wide this time. Last tackle. And the ball against McGrath. Comes back in Oldham's favour, and they'll get 6 more tackles 10 metres out from the Halifax line.
This time. No, I wanted to go. I've got 2 days off work. Yeah. Now I've got to set up.
Hewitt looking to unleash that Oldham attack again onto that Halifax line. Coming right, and then Adam Neal drives towards the post. And the post there up in Halifax, that was an extra defender as Neal went on the charge to the Halifax line. Liam Bent doing the same. Open space in front of him, but unable to get over the line. Halifax clinging on desperately. Hewitt gets the ball away, and here comes Reid again, and Reid, another strong run. Had 1 or 2 in the first half and 1 early in the second half, and it's come off second best there. Tyra going out to attack Paul Crook, but Crook getting away. Halifax managing to get back. Last tackle, they've got Hewitt standing back in the pocket maybe for a 1-pointer. Well, it's well, it looks uncomfortable the way Hewitt took the ball, and he had to readjust himself. But again, good tactics. If Hewitt can't kick to touch, come back with a point. Isn't going to do too much to instill any faith in Halifax supporters. Tyra's kick might just make the 10, and does. Ed Barber comes up with it. Ed Barber gets cops one round their head. Not seen by the officials. Ben Kay, bandages round the head, obviously something suffered in the first half. Ben Johnson to Saltonstall out to Tyra. Tyra close to the touchline. Halifax wrestling to keep him in. Well, he's not out in touch. Oldham players thought he was. He's very close to the line. Jono's gone for the gap. Got through. Given the ball away to retreating Adam Neal rather, and now it's Halifax's turn to try and push their opposition. It took 14 minutes to go. Halifax 15 points behind, and you would have expected Ben Johnson might have had the speed once he got through the gap there to make more of that, but the Oldham defence hanging on grimly as Eccleston put on his back by Ben Kay and Brandon Moore. Last tackle, and Oldham just want to kick the ball downfield. Saltonstall almost clashing with McGrath there, and Saltonstall a lot of work to do. Gets the ball back to Conor McGrath, and Conor McGrath has seen a little bit of a space up the middle of the Oldham defence as he makes halfway. Ben Eaton, Halifax's try scorer, takes it over halfway, but Halifax struggling to make metres. Johnson to Colcott, who's driving the legs up to the 30. Neil has lost the use of his whistle. Adam Brook tries the dummy. Oldham not falling for it on the 40-metre line. Halifax fast running out of tackles. Saltonstall gets it away to Ed Barber. Barber falls on the last tackle, 25 metres out. Adam Brook off the inside. It's come off an Oldham hand, and it's come off an Oldham player into touch, but it kicked off a Halifax player. Which way is it going to go? It's going to give Halifax advantage at the scrum. And Halifax got 15 points left in the last 12 minutes. I will suggest that Oldham are not wilting at this moment in time. They look like they've got enough adrenaline to keep them going, with Wilkinson ready to come back on. Adam Brook feeds the scrum. Brandon Moore comes off the bat, but the Oldham defence have moved out very quickly, seeing that Moore was going to that right hand side. Connor Davies charges the ball in 4 metres, 5 metres from the Oldham line. Johnson, Saltonstall out wide to McGrath, and McGrath will get the ball down, but the referee said it's a forward pass. Acrobatics from Conor McGrath. Looked like a forward pass. The referee saw it as that. I suppose there's a question over the grounding of the ball, but it didn't look forward on the replay that we've got up here. Going back to a scrum on the 10-metre line, time ebbing away for Halifax. And only 11.5 minutes left. Halifax will be the third championship club to fall to a Championship 1 side. Well, that's a massive turnaround in fortunes. It looks that way at the moment. Oldham just running the ball up to the Halifax defence. Wilkinson gets a pass away to Adam Neil. Neil's dropped 5 metres from halfway. Barber chasing out for the kick. It's come off Ed Barber. Halifax have lost possession. Oldham have got 6 more tackles. The referee's changed his mind and said it's a knock on. Brandon Moore came up with it. Well, if it wasn't for bad luck tonight, Halifax wouldn't have any luck at all. And once again, the bounce goes against them. And Oldham look forward to another set of 6 tackles. Another opportunity to attack the Halifax line. Langtree takes 3-2, ball him down. Jack Spencer. Hewitt gets it out wide. There's support on the outside. Winger stood on his own, but the ball didn't get that far from Reid. And Oldham is in sight of the Halifax try line again to put the game to bed once and for all. Looks like it's heading that way anyway. Crook across the field to Langtree, puts back inside away from Colcott, and Langtree with a stepping run gets the pass away, and Adam Brook will pick it up for Halifax, but a long way from the Oldham line. Ben Heaton out by Langtree. Heaton gets up again, has another go. Saltonstall Takes it up to the 20-metre line, but Oldham are not going to give anything at this stage of the game. I know they've just about got it in the bag now. Chester Butler will drive it up, be lifted off his feet, put down again, so continue running. Okay, to Brandon Douglas. On the field for Brandon Moore. For what seems like an age, the 9th penalty of the second half is given. Brook put it into touch. Halifax know they must rush the pace as Ben Kay gets it away to Johnson. Johnson to Fleming. Fleming pumping the legs, but Liam Bent stopping his progress by going down the legs. Johnson to Brook to Saltonstall, and nowhere for Saltonstall to go. Connor Davies.
Yes, I do.
Charging it up. Brook gets the ball out to Ed Barber, and Barber has a go at the Oldham line. Gives away the penalty. Obviously not getting up and playing the ball correctly. The referee saying that the ball had been passed away after it's called held. Well, Halifax supporters already leaving the seats. 2018 Ladbrokes Challenge Cup fizzled out to nothing for them this year. No glamour. Richard Marshall perhaps ruined the fact that it left so many people, so many senior players out. Another penalty. When Halifax should have been building on the back of those first 3 penalties in the first half. Gave the ball away. And they are facing the charge of Luke Nelms again. 6 minutes to go. Trailing by 15 points. I suppose in the defence Halifax still have a weakened team out tonight, which maybe doesn't make it look just as bad. It's only 2 players who stood up for Halifax this evening, but Oldham, to the credit, knew the opportunity was there and have taken it with both hands against this weakened Halifax side. Halifax once again lacking the punching ability to get through a defence. With a mixture of strong defence and some dubious tactics, it must be said, around the play of the ball. Oldham have made the most of it, despite being heavily penalised and put on the rolling report. So going down to 12 men at one point when Halifax scored. Another knock on. Another error, another scrum for Oldham.
goes to Halifax number 21, Connor McGrath.
McGrath being selected as the man of the match. Referee has called a late forward pass against Oldham.
This afternoon's straight sentence, ladies and gentlemen. So that's 688. That's all very much
Well, neither side is in a rush now. Nothing left to play for. Halifax put it down again. Bodies on the field, heads in the changing room, I'm afraid, for Halifax now at this stage. Making, spilling up another simple error. Packed into the East Stand tonight, the only side of the ground that's open. Dismal evening, and we're keen to get it played. Maybe they should have waited a bit, but it's out of the way. It's in the papers tomorrow. Halifax, all of the top four concentrate, beginning with Toulouse on Saturday in France. Another big game for Halifax, and it does probably mean that the next round of the Challenge Cup take place. Halifax will be playing away at Batley to make up that game that was cancelled due to the weather a few weeks ago. Batley himself out of the Challenge Cup, losing 8-4 to Leigh on Sunday, and Crook putting the icing on the cake for the Oldham side. Well, that will definitely signal the exodus of the Halifax players on their seats this evening. They hoped that the team that goes to Toulouse on Saturday can put up a better performance to drag people back in here for the next home game.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing. He's got the wrong team out, but he's got to. The thing about it is what he should have looked at is maybe losing on Saturday and putting a proper team out tonight and getting OKR down here. 5,000 people, money, 100 grand it's cost us.
Yeah. Crook obliges with another conversion. Well, 27 points to Oldham, 17 of them now to Paul Crook. Less than a minute to go, and Oldham will play out the game with the ball. All Halifax had to offer against the Premiership one side was a scrambling try from Ben Heaton and a conversion from Tyra. A little else has to be said in attack. And Oldham, well, they've been workmanlike, which is what you'd expect, but they've seized the opportunity against the weakened Halifax side. The financial gain for them is a home tie against OKR, and for Halifax it's concentrate on the league after a dismal night's performance at the J in front of a poor crowd. It's going to take some building up when Halifax next appeared at the J. But really nothing to report this evening as far as Halifax are concerned, apart from Heaton's try and Tyner's conversion. Halifax have looked pretty much second best throughout this competition this evening and go out of the Ladbrokes Challenge Cup in the hands of the visitors from Oldham. The final score, Halifax 6, Oldham 27.